I hope you had a great weekend. Today I'm going to do a very short video on how to finish up the last boxes of your one-pager projects that you guys have been working on. So if you remember, this is what we've been working on the last week or so. We chose some stories, and we are, instead of writing a 5-paragraph essay, creating this one page that has key lines, key quotes, key images to describe our story. So here's mine. By the end of class today, you will have every box filled out here. To review real fast, let me come back here. We have been building on this. So last week, you guys did the top and the bottom box, and then you filled in these 4 in the middle. And so our goal today is to figure out what goes in those last 3 squares. So up here, we're going to just pick another image. Since mine is on 2 stories, Each Kindness and For the Birds, I have a picture that relates to both of those. So for this third picture, I'm probably going to want to pick one that encapsulates both of them, which I'll show you mine in a minute. And then these last 2 squares here, we're going to be adding quotes from your story. So remember, a quote is a word-for-word statement that somebody said. So you're going to want your quotation marks, and it needs to be word for word. And you also need to say who said it, who quoted it. And so you will probably need to go back and watch some of your stories to find those again. So on this slide here, I put every story that we have done, and you can go back and watch them and jot down. You want to come up with what are some of the key statements characters have said that goes with your theme and your thesis. There are 3 Pixar shorts, Joy Story, One Man Band, and For the Birds right here on the side that have no spoken words. It's just a movie. So you can't really quote anybody from those, but what we'd like to do if you have one of those stories is go ahead and go online and find and search for quotes that have to deal with the theme and the thesis of those stories. So feel free to go back and listen to these, and then you will be filling those last squares out. For mine, okay, we know I'm doing Each Kindness and For the Birds. So my last image up here, since I already did one for the Birds and one for Each Kindness, I just chose one that went with the theme, like the lesson learned. And it just says kindness changes everything. If they would have been kind in both of those stories, it would have been a totally different story. So I put that for my third image. And then down here in purple and green are my quotes. This green one, I did Each Kindness first because I know that story had a lot of people that said things that were key. And I chose what Chloe said at the end, where she said, "When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wished I would have said to Maya, the kindness I had never shown." And then I put by Chloe in Each Kindness to show who said that. And I make sure I have my quotes. For the Birds doesn't have words, right? So I just chose a key quote or phrase that I felt like was the lesson learned from there, which was be kind, don't judge, and have respect for others. If we can all do this, the world would be a better place. I found it online, and so I put the author of that quote right here. So both of those quotes I felt like were meaningful, that tied to the lesson. Chloe regretted, wish she was kind, and over here it was kind of like a call to action to be kind. Once I have all that done, I can screenshot it, turn it in, and I am done with this lesson for Monday, Tuesday. This Thursday and Friday, Mrs. Sargent's going to go on and explain the last steps with some editing, and we're going to do one more thing to add to this to make it really stand out. So keep up the good work.